All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling a big one, self-discipline. But forget what you think you know. This isn't about punishment or forcing yourself to be miserable. It's about unlocking a mindset that lets you actually achieve what you set out to do. And for this, we're diving deep into the framework from Curtis Leone's fantastic book, Self-Discipline Mindset, which gives a real, practical blueprint for taking back control. You know, Plato absolutely nailed this thousands of years ago. The toughest battles we ever fight, they aren't with other people or outside circumstances. They're right here, inside our own heads. Conquering yourself, that's the first step to conquering anything else. So, why is this so unbelievably hard sometimes? I mean, we've all been there, right? You set a new goal, you're fired up, you're ready to go, and then a week, maybe 2 weeks later, you're right back where you started. It's such a common struggle, and it really boils down to one thing: our own internal resistance. To really get what this looks like in action, let me tell you about a kid named Ace. Ace was an orphan, and he had this massive, seemingly impossible dream to become a professional basketball player. He was out there every single day, every night, practicing, giving up junk food, pushing himself past his limits. He got rejected time and time again, but he just wouldn't quit. And the reason why is because his discipline was powered by something much, much deeper. And that brings us right to the heart of the matter, what I like to call the discipline dilemma. The biggest thing standing in your way is you. It's us. Our brains are literally hardwired to seek comfort, to avoid pain, and to stick to what's familiar. That feeling of resistance, that's what keeps us stuck. Now, here's a super important idea that most of us get wrong. We tend to mix up willpower and self-discipline. Think of willpower like your phone's battery. You start the day at 100%, but every decision you make drains it. It's a finite resource. Self-discipline, though, that's the operating system. It's the set of habits and systems that keep you going even when your battery's flashing red at 1%. And this right here is probably the most powerful takeaway of all. Self-discipline is not a trait you're born with. It's a skill. It's a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. It is, quite simply, the ability to do what you need to do, even and especially when you don't feel like doing it. This quote from James Clear's game-changing book, Atomic Habits, just says it all, doesn't it? We think it's about having bigger goals, but it's not. You can dream as big as you want, but when things get tough, you will always fall back to the level of your daily systems. Success isn't about that one heroic effort. It's about the boring, reliable systems you build. Okay, so if systems are the secret sauce, then how in the world do we build one? Well, let's break down a simple, actionable framework that you can start using today. It all boils down to these 3 steps. It's actually pretty straightforward. First, you've got to find your why. Second, you have to build the habits to back it up. And third, you need a crystal clear action plan to guide you. Let's start with number 1, finding your why. This is the fuel. Remember Ace? His goal wasn't just play basketball. His why was to prove that he, an orphan who everyone counted out, could become someone great. So take a second. Seriously, visualize who you want to be. Don't just think about the outcome. Feel the deep emotional reason behind it. That's your why. That's your rocket fuel. Okay, step 2, building habits. So guys like Charles Duhigg have broken this down for us. All habits work on a simple loop. There's a cue, which triggers a routine, and that leads to a reward. For Ace, the cue was the final school bell. The routine was 3 hours on the court. The reward? That feeling of getting just a little bit better. The trick is to hijack this loop. Engineer your environment so the cues for good habits are obvious and the cues for bad ones are out of sight. And that leads us to step 3, your action plan. This is where Curtis Leone's work is so valuable. A goal without a plan is just a daydream. You need a roadmap. And the best roadmaps use SMART goals. You've probably heard of it. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A vague goal is just a wish. A SMART goal is a target you can actually hit. So, you've got your system, you know your why, you're building your habits, you have a plan. You're all set, right? Well, not quite. There's still one major enemy you're going to face every single day. What do you think it is, the number one thing that silently destroys progress and sabotages greatness? Yeah, it's procrastination. That little voice that says, "I'll do it later." It's born from our brain's deep-seated desire to avoid discomfort, and it will dismantle even the most perfect plans if you let it. But check this out. Here's a wild insight from author Brian Tracy. He discovered that just spending 10 to 12 minutes in the morning planning out your day can save you up to 2 hours of wasted time later on. Think about that return on investment. A little bit of planning is your ultimate weapon against procrastination. And if you need one more weapon for your arsenal, this is it. It's one of the most powerful productivity hacks ever. The 2-minute rule. It's simple. If a task comes to mind that will take less than 2 minutes to do, just do it. Right then, immediately. Answering that text, putting your cup in the dishwasher, making your bed. It builds momentum and stops tiny tasks from becoming a huge source of stress. All right, enough talk. Knowledge is useless without action. So let's stop learning for a second and start doing. But before we jump into the challenge, I want this one idea to really sink in. If you forget everything else, remember this. Self-discipline isn't about being tougher or having more willpower than other people. It's about building a smarter architect of your own life. It's about building a better system. So here's your challenge. I mean it. As soon as this is done, I want you to do this. 1. Pick one small thing you've been putting off. 2. Identify the absolute first physical step you need to take. And 3. Do it. Right now, in under 2 minutes. Don't overthink it. Just go. Put your gym shoes by the door. Open that blank document. Send that one email. Go. As you go out and start building these new systems, keep this thought from the incredible Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius in your mind. Your real power isn't in controlling what happens around you. It's in controlling your own mind, your own responses. Once you truly realize that, you'll find all the strength you ever needed. Hey, if this breakdown was helpful for you, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Make sure you subscribe for more deep dives just like this one. And I really want to see you take action, so drop a comment below and tell me what 2-minute challenge you just crushed. Let's do this. So I'll leave you with this question. If not now, when?